My name is Faiz Saidawi. I'm a musician and a sound engineer. Since the beginning of my career, I was fascinated by synthesizers, keyboard arrangers, their sound sets, their styles, or whatever you could do with them. The idea of Stylizer, the software I'm working on, started 3 years ago when one of my friends asked me, how come we don't have a software arranger? The short, simple answer for that is we do. Yet they don't really work in the same manner like a keyboard arranger. Plus they are expensive, they are hard to use. So what is Stylizer? Stylizer is a virtual instrument. It's a VST plugin that works as a keyboard arranger. And I put an individual effort towards it for 3 years. It's not done yet, I'm still working with it, but the basic idea of Stylizer is to have a virtual keyboard arranger works in the same. Just imagine the idea of having your software replacing a keyboard arranger on stage. It can be used for rehearsals, it can be used for studio recording, you can use it on stage. So just imagine that you have your laptop, your tablet or your touch screen and you are using the software instead of an arranger keyboard with more function than the arranger keyboard. There are 3 phases of work regarding Stylizer. The first one is designing and programming the software itself. The second one is sampling the sounds that you will be hearing or the instruments. And the third one is arranging the styles themselves. Those styles engaging some composers or some professional people that are going to arrange those styles. So why do I need support for Stylizer? The first thing is there are 3 phases that I mentioned. I can't just finish them myself. It's a lot of work. So I need help for the project to hire people for, let's say, for the programming part, to hire people, to hire developer to test for all supported platforms. The second one is sampling. I have to run studios to sample some instruments, that's engaging, hiring professional to do that. And the third one is arranging the styles themselves, meaning that I have to contact professional composers, ask them to arrange the styles. So Stylizer will start with 2 basic banks with generic styles. And after that, once the project is done, we'll go more into details or we'll go more specific in making those banks. So let's say, for example, we'll do a bank for hip-hop and then we'll do a specific bank with 128 patches for jazz, for example, and so on. So it's just a start point to start the project with those 2 generic banks, because lots of people are asking me what are the first 2 banks are going to be, what's included, what are the styles. So the first generic 2 banks are going to be randomly selected styles to start off the project, and then we'll go more in specific into making other styles. The software is not 100% done yet, but it's like an open software. It's open for collaboration, it's open for support, it's open for, let's say, any ideas, any criticism, anything. It's not an open source though, it's just open, so support does not have to mean money all the time. So you might contact me if you are interested in making samples or sounds for the software. You might ask me, okay, I want to do some styles for the software. So it's an open software. I'm trying my best to make the software work for musician needs on stage and at the same time in the studio, or you can use it even for DJs. So this is basically Stylizer, the idea, and don't forget to watch the videos in the description. They will tell you the basic functions of the software, and thank you in advance for your support. Thank you.